From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Hi, and welcome to our Thanksgiving edition of Bayou Wild TV. Martha's going to be cooking up a turkey for us a little bit later on. While we're here,
I don't know if you want me to do that, Don.
I don't know. I think you could do pretty good in Martha's kitchen. Anyway, here at Morton's Seafood Restaurant and Bar on the banks of the Tchefuncte River in Madisonville, going to take you to Cocodrie, a spot that's got some pretty good fall and winter fishing, and give you some tips if you're going to be fishing in that area.
Typically, after a front, the first day is going to be tough, no matter what you do, trout or redfish. The best thing to do is get some live bait, some fresh market shrimp, cockerel minnows under a popping cork, and just try and find areas where the water's shallow. You might be able to see, the fish rolling up against the bank and such.
And since it's Thanksgiving, it may not be turkey season now, but back in the day, there used to be a fall turkey season in Louisiana. We're going to talk about that, and we're also going to share with you a delicious wild turkey recipe.
I love that wild turkey. All coming up right here on Bayou Wild TV. Successful in bagging a gobbler this season, and you need to try a little bit of a recipe with a twist. We've got Tony Z's wild turkey and bacon. About 15 or 20 minutes and simmered on the stove. We're going to take out our bacon and wild turkey, put it on our main dish. And here's our finished Tony Z's wild turkey and bacon recipe. Also going to put some green beans that have been simmered and little scallions that were cooked with the coconut oil and some delicious olive bread. We're ready to go. Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member. Discover the taste of Louisiana that's seasoned just right. Boiled to perfection. Enriched with tradition. A taste that's savory, crispy, and a little sweet. Discover the taste of Louisiana fish fry products.
Come right over here. Whenever you can. Run a pipe. Yeah, don't move, don't move. Whenever you can. Smoke!
If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D. Welcome back to Bayou Wild TV. Martha, you and I made a couple of trips down to Cocodrie. Some of them very successful, some a little bit tougher than others, but there's a big change happening down there right now, and it's that fall fishing. It's all over the coast of Louisiana where the speckled trout move from the outer waters into the interior marshes. So we take you down there from some advice from Captain Johnny Boy Patterson on fishing wintertime in Cocodrie.
you have to up front, you know, the first day is going to be tough, no matter what you do, trout or redfish. You know, the best thing to do is get some live bait, fresh market shrimp, cockahoo minnows under a popping cork, and you know, just try and find areas where the water's shallow and you might be able to see, you know, the fish rolling up against the bank and such. We're looking forward to having some cool attempts when we're out here fishing for sure. Been absolutely gorgeous today. This is the first real good front we've had.
All right. All right, we got a sheephead, a red, and a trout. What is this one going to be? Hanging down like a red. Haven't got a flounder yet.
Well, you know, right now, there's a lot of shrimp in the marsh, and they're using a lot of these main bayous as thoroughfares. And a lot of these, you know, shrimp are moving around through there. And, you know, we've been working the birds here the last couple of days, too. You know, if you see some seagulls, you know, you can throw topwater baits. You're going to catch the bigger fish that, you know, in there. It's not just all going to be school trout. Fish with a pop or live bait, of course, you're gonna catch the smaller trout.
For those that can pick their days to go fishing, don't have to worry about a work schedule, is it better to fish just before the front, just after the front, or maybe a couple days past the front?
Day before is normally pretty good, and then 2 days after.
All right, let's double them up here. A redfish and a speckled trout.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
If you hunt or fish, you really need to check out 20echo.com. It's an app that you can take on the water or on the hunt. It logs all the information. It's got the date, the GPS location, tons of information to log your catch or kill. It's a great thing to have. Check it out at 20echo.com and you'll see it more on Bayou Wild TV.
Hey y'all, it's Sam Barbera. I'm with the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation. The foundation is a nonprofit that raises funds and provides support for the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Department. We assist with numerous projects like black bear, whooping crane, bald eagle, as well as family, youth, and women's workshops. For all of the information on the foundation, visit LAWFF.org. We need your support to help our wildlife and fisheries. Visit LAWFF.org.
When you compare that back to our data, our harvest data, we found that approximately 63% of our harvest occurred prior to peak of breeding in the state. So our goal there is to move our season back to where we have less disturbance on our birds during that important breeding cycle.
Moving the hunting season back to April. Here's how I guarantee my crawfish taste great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time. Well, if you'd like to bag a fall turkey for your Thanksgiving, sorry, you're going to have to go to another state like Mississippi where they have a fall season, or wait till next spring. Now, when we did have a fall season here in Louisiana, it was just for a couple of years, and I got involved in it. And I got to tell you, fall turkey hunting is a lot tougher than spring turkey hunting because there's no calling and communication going between the hens and the gobblers. But I happened to make a hunt with the guy who shot the first legal fall turkey ever in Louisiana, C.J. Trahan, from Lake Charles.
Awesome. Yeah, they're definitely a tricky bird, those thunder chickens.
Turkey hunters are a rare breed.
75, baby!
Most turkey hunters fall in love with the sport from their very first hunt. One-on-one, hunter versus animal. Turkey hunters scout for hours, sometimes days. Always on the alert, attentive to every noise, waiting for that distant gobble. And as they speak back and forth with the bird, coaxing him into just a stone's throw away to set up the perfect shot, any slight movement, and the gobbler is gone. But a trending decline in Louisiana turkey numbers has led many hunters to travel to other states to feed their gobbling passion.
Well, this morning I went where we talked about on the island, and I hunted one side. I heard 3 birds gobble. I stayed there till 10:30, and I started to walk away and just call, and a hen came out, and she just went back in. I hit my call about 5 minutes later, and this gobble was about 20 feet behind me.
After years of monitoring the decline of turkey populations, the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries adjusted the 2018 turkey season to start at a later date.
We've had several studies in the state over the years looking at nesting ecology on our hens, and we've tracked numerous hen nests with GPS units. We knew exactly when they started initiating those nests, when they started incubating those nests, and based on that information, we could take a guess at when they were bred. And when you compare that back to our data, our harvest data, we found that approximately 63% of our harvest occurred prior to the peak of breeding in the state. So our goal there is to move our season back to where we have less disturbance on our birds during that important breeding cycle.
Moving the hunting season back to April did not go over well with many hunters. But LDWF biologists believe that based on the most current harvest data, this later start was a step in the right direction for increasing turkey populations.
Last year we harvested right around 2,024 birds that were reported. And when we compare that, what we got back this year was 1,989 birds harvested. And so we're encouraged by that. It's only really a slight decrease of about 1.7% compared to what we had last year, even though our season structure was quite a bit different. And of course we had some pretty unusual weather patterns roll through the first couple weekends of this 2018 season.
A question many hunters asked was, instead of changing the season, why not modify the bag limits?
We looked at that along with some season length reductions, but understand that those two things are typically going to just simply reduce harvest, and a lot of times that's off the back end, especially reducing the season. If you don't change the time at which it opens, you're just taking 10 or 15% of the harvest off by removing a week. We didn't feel like that would be as effective as moving the season dates. As far as the bag limit goes, a lot of folks will recall back in 2002 we went from a bag limit of 3 birds to a bag limit of 2, trying to curtail our population declines, but they continued right on through that. So it had minimal impact to the overall population. And honestly, I believe it's because we still had that early harvest occurring. You know, the majority of our birds are going to get killed the first or second week of the season. And if that's typically prior to the peak of breeding, then it has to have a pretty significant impact on breeding. Not just the harvest, but think of the disturbance too. It's not just every turkey that gets harvested, is one less that's out there. We turn 20,000 turkey hunters loose in the woods at the same time, right at this critical point in this bird's breeding cycle. So there's a lot of other disturbance that's associated with that, other than just the physical harvest of the birds.
Weather plays a key role in turkey population growth.
Western Louisiana is a great example of that. We have not had a good hatch in the last 2 years in Western Louisiana. And if you go back, you remember we had a lot of early spring flooding over there, flash flood events, early part of May, the last several years. And to put it quite simply, those are a death warrant for young turkeys, basically. If the hen can't do a good enough job keeping those birds dry before they have feathers and flight capability, then they're either going to catch hypothermia or get found by a predator, typically. So really a critical time in their life cycle.
LDWF biologists believe that to maintain and grow the population of turkeys in Louisiana, it may take a little time to notice a change in trends, but it is also important for hunters to have an active voice.
I do want to hear from our hunters, and I do have those folks in mind, and we all do here at the department when we propose changes or want to change something up. We're always thinking of ways it impacts not only the resource but our sportsmen as well, because those are the folks out there that drive what it is we're doing. And but in the end, you really got to try to balance what it is we're proposing for the benefit of the resource as well as our hunters. And I'm hopeful that a lot of people, as time goes on, and if we're able to be successful and show some positive trends in terms of population increases and harvest here, folks will be continually accepting of what we're doing here, and this would be a sustainable means of maintaining our turkey populations is what I'm after. That's our goal here.
All right, now you have to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning to your bacon. You can use your favorite. Mine is Louisiana fish fry. Just got something a little special, gives it a different taste. And just put a good bit on the bacon, spread it around, kind of to your taste. If you like it spicy, plenty. If not so much seasoning.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Discover the taste of Louisiana that's seasoned just right. Boiled to perfection. Enriched with tradition. A taste that's savory, crispy, and a little sweet. Discover the taste of Louisiana fish fry products.
Fight hard. Guess what? Not no more.
All right.
Got him.
Got him. There you go.
How about that?
Give me the first redfish.
Give me a thumbs up.
Find out if alternative treatment is the answer to your pet's health issues. Contact Dr. G at vetnaturally.com.
A lot of you saw my hunting trip to Kansas, which was very successful on wild turkey. If you were successful in bagging a gobbler this season and you need to try a little bit of a recipe with a twist, we've got Tony Z's Wild Turkey and Bacon coming up right now. First step, you want to get about 12 ounces of some good lean bacon, and you want to cut it in some small strips, about a 1/4 inch or so. All right, then we take our bacon and put it into a black iron pot. That's the way to cook game, including this wild turkey. For some reason, it just distributes the heat more evenly and holds it better, and you usually get a lot better flavor when you're cooking with cast iron cookware. All right, now you have to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning to your bacon. You can use your favorite. Mine is Louisiana fish fry. Just got something a little special, gives it a different taste. And just put a good bit on the bacon. Spread it around, kind of to your taste. If you like it spicy, plenty. If not so much seasoning. Now while we're waiting for that bacon season to get good and crispy, we're going to get our onions ready. It takes about 1.5 onions. You can use a sweet onion or a good Vidalia onion. Chop it up, not real fine, just medium chop. Now, once we have our bacon good and crispy, we take it out, put it in a bowl, and we set it aside and get ready for our next step. While our onions are sauteing, we add our coconut oil and our coconut aminos to the turkey breast. What we're doing here is kind of coating our turkey breast. Now this is about half of one whole turkey breast. Get a lot of breast meat on a wild turkey, and it's probably the only thing that's usable in most cases. There's very little thigh meat, and the drumsticks and the neck tend to be very tough. But you take your coconut oil and you just kind of glaze it and coat the turkey with it, and also that coconut amino. One other thing about the turkey, what you want to do is cube it into, maybe 1-inch blocks, but you also want to try to remove as much as that silver skin. It's kind of that thin membrane on the outside and any tendons. That adds a little bit of toughness. I also like to take a meat mallet, a wooden mallet, and hammer it down. Also breaks down some of the toughness in wild turkey. Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
It has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
It has much better flavor.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Now, after we've got the coconut oil and the amino mixed with the turkey, time for a little bit more seasoning. Again, depends on your taste. If you like a lot of spice, put a lot of seasoning. If not, not so much. And our last step, after about 15 or 20 minutes of simmering on the stove, we're going to take out our bacon and wild turkey, put it on our main dish. And here's our finished Tony Z's wild turkey and bacon recipe. Also going to put some green beans that have been simmered and little scallions that were cooked with the coconut oil and some delicious olive bread. We're ready to go.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Discover the taste of Louisiana that's seasoned just right. Boiled to perfection. Enriched with tradition. A taste that's savory, crispy, and a little sweet. Discover the taste of Louisiana fish fry products.
Thanks for watching Bayou Wild. You know, Christmas is only a month away, Don. And that means it's time to get yourself some good gifts for your family, including the Bayou Wild tech shirt. You can go to Shop SFT or BayouWildTV.com. You can get the soft tee here or the dry fit, and soon to come, our camouflage hats. Check them out. Also, look for our discount code coming up on our Facebook page as well.
And we look forward to having you back with us next week. Captain's Wife feature returns.
Yes, Ginger Janae. She is mad at everything. And we're not talking about people, we're talking about animals. That feature coming up next week.
I, as a little girl, grew up in a family that hunted like crazy. The girls got left behind. And I think that when I got older was like, you know what, this is gonna stop. We're gonna stop leaving these girls behind. And so that's where I got into that. And I still find a lot of women, they're in their 60s, they're in their 70s. They've always wanted to do it, but never had anybody take them. So that's where we come in and we really want to get in there and say, hey girls, y'all want to go? Just get involved with us, you know? And maybe if you learned a lot, the guys will want to take you later. But you know, that's where I love about that. Just getting them out there and realizing, hey, this is great.
She's mad at everything. So she wants to kill the coons, the possums, the turkeys, the coyotes, the deer, but it's in her heart, man. So you know, you don't really become a hunter, say go be a hunter. It's something you're born with, and she has it.
And don't forget to tune us in on Saturday mornings 5 to 7 for the Outdoors with Don Dubuque Radio Network. And also you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
That's right. Have a great day.